first time was so nice that they had to do it twice. Royal Challengers Bengaluru now become the third team ever in the history of IPL to claim back-to-back titles. And how? Complete dominance starting from bowling to fielding to batting. They announced their arrival in the finals in style and played like they played like the attacking champions. Well, of course, we have to discuss the game, and RCB fans are overjoyed at this point. I am trying to be very neutral, and I think Trisha is not even trying to be neutral, but we will go to her. But first things first, Shamik, what is the atmosphere like at the stadium? We were seeing a sea of red despite it being a GT home ground. What are the fans saying?
First of all, Mohor has 49 reasons to cheer this title, to cheer this double. Mohor has 49 reasons. Number one, that is tongue firmly
That
in cheek.
doesn't work anymore. That is gone. That is a thing
No,
of the
no, no,
past.
no. That is tongue firmly in cheek. As far as the wherever, on a serious note, wherever RCB play, it becomes their home game. You could be forgetting to forget that GT was playing on their home patch. It was not, basically. I mean, it was a sea of red. The official attendance was 90,400 something. Official attendance was 90,400 and something. And towards the end, the fans were serenading Virat Kohli with Kohli chants. So you can, the master was at work. This IPL, this IPL is defined by the opening batsman pushing the envelope. And there was a supernova who took it to the next level. But at the end of the day, on a tricky pitch, and it rained last night, and the pitch, because it is not that there was any water seepage, but as because the pitch was under wraps, and it became a bit dampish and very sluggish, especially during the first half. On that pitch, and you saw even Rashid Khan was making the ball grip. That double wicket over made things very edgy for Royal Challengers Bangalore. But as long as Virat Kohli was there, people call him chase master. It is disrespectful. He is the master. He is the master. And I wrote on our work group also, as long as he was there, it was RCB's game. And look how, I'm not going into the shots that lofted drive over mid wicket against Kagiso Rabada, and Rabada was bowling around 145, 148. That was pure magic. But forget it. It is about the way he managed the chase of, yes, that electric opening stand, 60 odd runs in 4 overs. That gave, that did half the job. But after that, when things became tricky and on a tricky pitch, handling pressure, unbelievable, thoroughly deserved, brilliant play. But at the end of the day, I reiterate, there are pretenders, there are new boosters, but there is only one master.
Absolutely, and as we speak, Bharat also joins us from Bengaluru. Bharat, what are the visuals like in Bengaluru at this point? I mean, I'm pretty sure the fans have gone crazy once again. But what is the environment? What is the atmosphere like?
Oh, here at the mall or around the mall, as soon as RCB won, there is a lot of screaming, shouting. Few of them were doing, what can we say, circus or gymnastics. They were going upside down, upside down. Someone else was taking a couple of sticks and smashing the table. Another person almost tried to kiss the TV, but I couldn't take that because obviously the TV would big screen would come in front of me. Yeah, now also they're shouting in this mall. They're shouting, screaming. I can take a few more visuals, but it is on that side. So yes, I have to talk very loudly because otherwise you can hear the sound. It is from downwards. So that tells you. I think last year it was even more. I would say comparatively it was even more last year, not just at mall, but outside as well. But there's a lot of police control today. What I see, even when I came over here to mall, even at the RCB cafe, there is police control. No one is allowed to stand outside there. So that is what I would say. But still, having said that, you can't curb the passion of RCB fans completely. I can see that kind of screaming, the kind of shouting that you see. Maybe only CSK fans can kind of match this. I'm just telling it as a neutral. Only CSK fans perhaps can match this based on what I've seen. outside of RCB when these two, outside of Chinnaswamy when these two sets of fans fight with each other. But today is RCB's day, and who knows, maybe it will be next time as well. They will win 3 times in a row because with Andy Flower as the coach, with Rajat Patidar as the captain, Kohli is still out there. You never know, they might win 3 times in a row because Andy Flower never loses unless it is Ashes 2013-14. I've never seen him lose anything in his life as a coach. He might have lost a lot as a player, but Kohli, obviously, what can I say about his batting? He's someone who has touched a colossal level. Nothing more to say about him. Maybe he has touched these days, you can say, stratospheric peaks because those were tricky conditions, reasonably tricky conditions. To play that way in those conditions and steer the side home tell something about his, not just about his wisdom of experience, also about his class because that was a pretty good Gujarat Titans attack.
Yeah. Trisha
Mohor,
from yeah.
I have a question for Trisha. I have a question for
Okay.
Trisha.
Sure.
Trisha, no. The thing is on a very serious note. I mean, Virat Kohli has achieved everything. I mean, now he's playing purely for enjoyment, and he remains a fierce competitor. But I mean, he no longer plays T20Is. He no longer plays Test cricket as international. I mean, as far as international cricket is concerned, his tennis league is 250 over cricket. Do you think? I believe, and I'm overdoing Kohli a bit, and I don't apologize for that. I believe Virat Kohli still remains India's best batsman across formats. Do you agree?
Absolutely, there is no doubt in that he still remains the master. There is no way. I mean, Shamikda, I think offline also you and I have had this conversation on the phone where I don't think Kohli should have retired from either of the formats. Could have been a number of reasons he did, but he's still the best, and he has proved it over and over again. And I am here from England. I was not even supposed to be part of the show, but when RCB wins. And if Shamikda is part of that show, I have to be here. Shamikda, one biryani nahi, abhi do biryani. And before
Ah,
leaving,
hundred
before I
percent.
go, and before I leave, because I will join the Bangla show and create buzz there also. Bharat, you know why there is less buzz this time? You're wrong. It's not because of the police. It's because अब तो आदत सी हो गई है. एक
True.
बार, दो बार, कितनी बार यार, कितना सेलिब्रेट करेंगे? अब तो हम चैंपियंस है, चैंपियंस बनने की आदत हो गई है.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys,
Sudisha,
bye.
okay, yeah. Bye bye. Enjoy tonight.
Yes.
Enjoy tonight. Bye bye. Sudisha, my question to you will be about RCB and their fans. I mean, 17 years waiting for that one cup, watching every other team lift it, going really close but not being able to lift it at any point. Finally, they won the cup, and not just once, they're winning it back to back. How would you rate this turnaround? Of course, you can see the fans dancing, but of course, this new management, everybody in it, Dinesh Karthik, the mastermind, Andy Flower, the coach, Rajat Patidar, what a story for him. Coming in as a replacement player and then lifting back to back titles. How would you describe this journey?
See, first of all, Mohor, I would completely say that this win was very much deserved. Okay, the amount of the players that you have in this team, very good, very experienced players, right? And I'll give you a comparison on this. Imagine being an MI fan and you see them playing and winning five trophies over 18 years, and you still feel bad when they get eliminated. Imagine how happy you'll feel when you haven't been able to lift up the trophy and then you do it for the second time. So obviously, I get what RCB fans are feeling right now. They have had a very flawless season, I would say. They were very, all of the players, the whole team, it was a very good season for them. So obviously the whole fan situation that is going on, it's very much justified, if I have to say it in that way. So yes, it is their year. I think they should celebrate for sure.
Absolutely. Shamik, I'll just carry it forward from there. Just asking about Rajat Patidar. What does this win mean for him? Just think about his journey coming as a replacement player and then getting selected as the captain, winning the cup, and then winning the cup again for a team that was struggling for so many years. How would you rate his journey?
Fantastic, fantastic. I mean, it is sort of fairy tale stuff. If you look at it, it is sort of fairy tale stuff, and he has led brilliantly. He has led brilliantly. Under him, RCB have become a merry song of the collective. It is no longer dependent on one or two individuals. It
Yeah.
has become a merry song of the collective. If you look at even this final, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, the way he rolled back the years along the course of the tournament, and here also, I mean, he broke open the game, and then Rasik Salam in the middle overs, in the mid, I mean, the way he ran through their middle order, Gujarat Titans middle order, claiming 3 wickets, and he has taken 19 wickets this season. Spare a thought for Kunal Pandya. It's not only about the wicket of Josh Butler. He conceded less than 6 runs per over. So it is about the collective. So fantastic, and now he is rubbing shoulders with the two biggest cricketers in the IPL and Indian cricket, MS Dhoni and Rohit Sharma. Hats off, hats off. But I think, see, at the end of the day, it is about cricket remains, and Saurabh Ganguly says this time and again that cricket is a skill-based sport. Sometimes we overrate the coaches, the captains, and everything. At the end of the day, it is down to what you have been doing out there in the middle. Without without that masterclass, RCB wouldn't have won the title. So I think a big thank you is due. Kohli deserves a big thank you from his captain. But once again, yes,
Absolutely.
Rajat Patidar, fantastic. Kudos to him. Well done.
Absolutely. And as we speak, Vaibhav joins us and we can see the visuals. This is Bengaluru at this point, and it makes complete sense. Very passionate fans taking the street and celebrating. But Sudisha, if I had to ask you a little bit about Gujarat Titans as well, I mean, their top order have had a very good season. They've either had good partnerships throughout the season or someone or the other has stepped up. Tonight, we saw two of their most reliable batters, Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan, getting out while playing some very unnecessary rash shots. Shubman Gill scored a century in the previous game and he was looking in brilliant touch. Sai Sudarshan as well complimented him really well. But tonight, what was it that went wrong? The pressure of the finals really got to him? Got to them?
See,
Sorry.
I feel like there are two aspects that we keep in mind, right? While a player is batting, either they have to stay in the game constantly, or
Okay.
they have to,
Okay.
or they make runs. Is my voice even audible?
No. Neil, can we just mute it for the time being and then I'll go to Vaibhav with a very important question, obviously. Okay. Looks like the crowd has overpowered even us. But yeah, you can continue.
By the way, if Vaibhav is there, can you tell us? Can you tell us, is this
He will
celebration
not.
happening in a public place in Bangalore? Because the Karnataka government clearly put out an advisory: no celebration is
Yeah.
allowed in public places. Is this celebration
Absolutely.
happening, flouting the government order?
No,
If
he's not
Vaibhav
here
is
right
there,
now.
so
When he joins, I'll definitely ask him.
get Vaibhav and the people from Bangalore on the show,
Yeah.
because this is very
I've been
important.
asking them to join. I've been
And
asking them to join. But you can continue till then, Sudisha.
yeah. But
I've asked them to
meanwhile,
join.
yeah. But meanwhile, yes, absolutely. The thing is that, look, RCB have been the best team of this tournament. But we need to when we do a tournament wrap, we need to look at the bigger picture. What this tournament has given us. This tournament has given us, besides Vaibhav Suryavanshi, it has given us a new template of playing T20 cricket. That is, the, I mean, I people can criticize Shubman Gill for playing a quote unquote rash shots, but he has scored before this game. He had scored 722 runs playing that way. So in this in this IPL, he stepped out of his crease more than I was reading a cricket info stat. He stepped out of his crease more than 20 times, and that was working for him. Stepping out and playing a cover drive against Bhuvneshwar Kumar on the up, stepping out, playing a pull to the middle wicket boundary against Josh Hazlewood. He was fantastic, but once again, the ball he got out, it didn't quite come on and took the leading edge. Maybe you can say he could have been a little more circumspect, but then again, he has been following a template, and that augured well for their team, for him and for their team. Sai Sudarshan. The real problem is that the middle order. Once the
Mm.
top order, first of all, there are several mistakes, tactical mistakes for our Gujarat Titans in this game. They didn't send Josh Butler at number 3 because
Yeah,
they
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to protect him from Bhuvneshwar Kumar. They sent the other player who looked. I mean, he got out. He was rolled out at long on. He had 30 yards to maneuver towards the left of long on, and he picked the fielder at long on. Number one. Then during bowling, why didn't Wash? I know. I mean, Shubman Gill was not very keen to. I mean, he usually doesn't give Washington Sundar a bowl. But on this pitch, he could have tried Washington Sundar at least for one over. He brought Prashit Krishna into the attack pretty late. Jason Holder was losing it. Jason Holder was not contributing much. So, from the
Mm.
tactical point of view, it was not a good day at the office for Shubman Gill
Yeah.
and the GT team management. 155 runs, they are about
Not
25
enough.
runs short. It was not a
Mm.
200 pitch. It was not a
Yeah.
200 pitch, but 175, 180 pitch it was. But the way, except Washington Sundar, no one sort of applied. No one,
Mm.
I mean, there was a lack of application, and their game was a little one-dimensional. Still, 155, they could have pushed, they could have pushed RCB a little harder. But once again, these tactical mistakes are there, and I hope Shubman will learn from his mistakes.
Yeah. Bharat, you have joined us, but I would love you to uh, discuss the impact that Bhuvneshwar Kumar has had in this year's IPL. I mean, of course, even in the previous game, I would love for you to assess Bhuvneshwar Kumar in the entire season, and of course this season as well. And of course, one more bowler stepping up, a very young bowler, Raseek Salamdhar. I don't think a lot of people had this high expectations from him. He was not even in the first 11. Abhinandan Singh was playing, and then he was brought in. How would you assess Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Raseek Salamdhar?
Yeah, first of all, I was chasing some RCB fans. Unfortunately, they kind of went away. That is why I just went away for 4 5 minutes so that I could get a few more visuals. Anyway, coming back to this particular match, yes, Bhuvneshwar Kumar has been an incredible performer for RCB. Somewhere I think he's found that little bit of nip back in his bowling. There was a time in the 2024 IPL, it felt as if Bhuvneshwar Kumar had lost that little bit of nip.
Mm.
He has started bowling the wobble seam, something that Sachin Tendulkar noted today, something that I noted a couple of weeks before the Master Blaster. Thankfully, he also saw it. Otherwise, you don't usually see people uh, giving out such insightful comments because you don't usually see that in modern times. So he has added that wobble seam. He has great control, obviously, and his Shaban is able to stay on back of length as well. Today we saw that on a track with bounce, he was able to extract bounce as well. That is something a point to note because it's not exactly known as a tall fast bowler who hits the deck hard. So he's been a complete performer. He can swing the ball, he can bowl that bubble seam, he has great control. He can bowl in the slog overs, Yorkers, he can even go for wide Yorkers. And he also has, as I noted, he's bowled that bubble seam as well. So it's been a complete package today or in this particular tournament. And Rasik Salam, what can I say? See, as I noted in the pre-show as well, he's come up by leaps and bounds. He was not this good even in the 2025 IPL or when he played for Delhi Capitals when he was bowling a lot of cutters. I think he has maybe taken a leaf out of Bhuvneshwar Kumar by watching him or maybe Bhuvneshwar Kumar was the one who gave him some tips, because he's finding that little bit of nip as well with the ball in hand. This is not something that he was doing when he was playing for Jammu and Kashmir. Obviously, he's left Jammu and Kashmir now. When he was playing for Jammu and Kashmir, and he was getting bounce as well. So he's become more of a complete bowler, and that is good to see, because no one really expected him to do this well, as you just noted. But there was maybe you can say indicator, at least in a couple of practice sessions that I saw before the start of the IPL, that he was bowling a lot of good variations in the simulation games. He was troubling Virat Kohli, and he was using the short ball quite well. That was an indicator, kind of, that Razik Salam perhaps will do better this season, but I didn't expect him to do this well. So a lot of credit to the RCB management as well, and as I noted in the pre-show, a lot of credit to Omkar Salvi, the most underrated coach going around, I think, in the world of IPL, because you will see a lot of coaches being praised, but the one coach who will never get praised is the very underrated Omkar Salvi of RCB and formerly Mumbai.
Yeah. So, Disha, we've been talking about Gujarat Titans. Of course, the top order failed. Middle order has always been a point of question. But how good was Washington Sundar? Yeah, I mean, it's sad that he was not able to accelerate as much. But then again, he was the only one giving his all. Wickets kept tumbling around him, and he was only the only one who kept standing tall. So, how would you assess Washington Sundar's contribution?
I feel like Washington was the only batter this time who was able to manage to, have that reputation of Gujarat Titans, because obviously Gill got out, and Sai Sudarshan got out, and what fault over there was that they felt a lot of pressure of the game, of the finals, and that was the only reason why they wouldn't be able to score. I think Washington was the exact opposite when it came to mindset. Obviously, he was way calmer. He was way mature in this game. Uh, and we could also say that, he was about to get out once, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah,
that also gave him a reset.
yeah.
That also helped him score more in this, in his innings. Yes, so I feel like Washington gave a prominent contribution, and we know that he mostly does not play in the middle order, so it also shows that if you keep players like him in the middle order, they will show up for their team whenever required. So yes, a very positive comment on Washington.
Mohor,
Yeah. Hmm.
I'll just pick it up from here. What
Yeah.
Shudrisha, I think what she wanted to
Yeah,
say
yeah, sure.
is that, look, Washington Sundar did his bit, but
Yeah.
Washington Sundar is something who would always play second fiddle. In the sense,
Hmm.
he cannot take a game away from the opponents.
Yeah.
There has to be, to complement Washington Sundar at the other end, there
Hmm.
had to be someone who would be taking the gung ho approach. Washington Sundar
We
did his bit.
expected Jason Holder to do
He
that, but
he
he.
he has his limitations, and
Hmm.
within his limitations, he's a very gritty cricketer. He is a very gritty cricketer who applies himself, but he is not a match winner. So they missed once Gill and Sai Sudarshan were out and Josh Butler was out. They were bereft of match winners. Gujarat Titans, as far as their batting was concerned, they were bereft of match winners. But
Hmm.
one thing, what is very exciting and what is very interesting, I'm bumping into some RCB fans, and there are, I mean, the presentation ceremony is going on. And Mohor, you please get Vaibhav on the show, because after this I will leave, because I have to take some visuals and attend the press
Yeah.
conference. But
Sure.
what is pretty interesting, that there is, unlike last term, I mean, there is not no outpouring of emotions. The feeling is like
Yeah.
that from as far as the RCB fans are concerned,
I think they
that
are used to it.
no, not used to it. They expected it. They expected to win this title. They expected to win the final. They expected to win the title. So, from that point of view, it is sort of the way RCB played throughout the tournament, the way they played, and now, I mean, this kind of taking this, are sort of, I will not say they're playing down it, But the way that is a matter, it is purely a matter of factly, it is a merely a matter of factly
Yeah.
response from them. So
Yeah.
I mean, I would say, like the team, their supporters have grown as well. The
Yeah.
supporters, we saw what their supporters did on, I mean, that unfortunate stampede, which was down to the franchise last season. 11 innocent lives were lost. And the Karnataka government did the right thing by putting restrictions on celebrations in public places. So,
Yeah.
very a decision well taken. And I think they are taking this with a lot of maturity. And this
Yeah.
transformation of the RCB fans, like their team, is quite striking as well.
Yeah. Bharat, there's a very interesting question that has come up.
So,
Someone's,
more,
yeah.
just I'm interrupting you. If you
Yeah.
please can get Vaibhav on the show, so I will take your
Yeah.
lead
Yeah.
because
It's
I
okay.
have
I'll
to,
tell him. Yeah.
I,
Sure.
I,
Sure.
I have to take visuals and attend the presser. So,
Sure. Sure.
thank you so much.
Thank you for joining, Shamik. Bharat, a very important and interesting question has come up. Um, Greg Chappalera, am I reading it right? Anyway, he's saying if you depend on only three batsmen, then this happens in big games like it happens with India in 2019 World Cup semi-final. But this is true. I mean, Bharat, do you think it's now time for Gujarat Titans to perhaps rethink their strategies? Yes, they have reached the final. Their top order have done well. Their bowlers have done well. But do you think it's imperative for them to now sit down, rethink their strategies, and go for a far better middle order in the auction?
See, I think we have talked about it for so long. Not too
Hmm.
sure there is much to add
Not
about
sure
their
why they don't.
middle order. Not sure there is much to add about their middle order. See, they tend to depend on the top two, the top three. If the top three doesn't fire, then it is kind of curtains for them. They have core strengths, as you already noted. One is the top three, especially their openers, and then their pace attack and Rashid Khan. So when all these players fire, they win matches. But it is a flawed side with some weaknesses that they need to cover, or at least they need to patch up. Yes, they try to patch up a little bit in this IPL. A couple of players did reasonably well. Washington Sundar here or there, but is someone who can play the supporting cast. It's not someone who can take over the role of the mainstay or be the bedrock of the lineup and play those big shots. So that is where I think they had the problems, and perhaps it is time for them to move forward from Rahul Tiwatia, a fine player
Yeah.
in his own right, especially when he was doing well for Rajasthan Royals all those years ago. After that, he might have done well in a couple more games, but it has been a while, more than a while, since he has contributed consistently. So it's perhaps time for them to move forward from him. And also, perhaps it's time to say goodbye to someone like Shah Rukh Khan.
Mm.
Yes, he's a good striker of the ball at his best in domestic cricket, but again, against fast bowling, he struggled. So maybe two, three players are kind of, what can I say? They were like almost like passengers in that particular squad, and that is what was affecting a side like Gujarat Titans. So yes, it's time for them to bid goodbye, adieu to few of them, and just move forward. Hopefully, it will happen in the next auction.
Absolutely. So, Disha, a lot of people have been praising Virat Kohli, as have we. Suman Avasthi saying Virat Chase Master showed why he's Chase Master. He knew it's his game to finish. He made sure of that. And a lot of people talking about the fact that Virat not winning the WTC title will be like cheating for his resume. His test comeback is all what we love to see now. But a lot of people talking about Virat, King Kohli, and all those crown emojis. Just describe Virat Kohli. What were your emotions when you watched him pace his innings tonight?
The one liner for this answer would be that Virat has always got RCB's back.
Yeah.
That is a confirmed thing. If we talk about him personally, obviously he has a lot of people who appreciate him, but there have been critics who have been saying a lot of things about him not being able to score good in playoffs from the past 10 years, right? So I think that is today the score that he got was a reason enough to show how he gave a reply to all of those critics. And you might have come across a meme which said during the starting of the season, which said that 2026 is the new
Oh, yeah.
2016, right? And I think that was
Thankfully,
completely
not for
flawed.
RCB fans. The result did not get repeated, thankfully. Virat Kohli's form,
Exactly.
yes, but not the time. Yeah,
And
final
that is
result.
what it shows. Like after 10 years, also he's showing that even after he's playing for his fans, even after, he's continuing in his form, he is still showing that he has always gotten RCB's back. Even after not being a captain of the team right now, it shows that he will always be there for the team. And overall about his performance also, we know about his aggression, we know about how he chases runs whenever it is needed. And that is what he showed right now also. That is what a senior player does. Even if it's a high pressure situation, you're able to get such a good score. I think it's commendable. He is called King Kohli for a reason. I would just say that. I would just conclude saying it like that.
Absolutely. Bharat, Suman Avasthi is once again saying the difference between why Australia, India win more crunch matches compared to South Africa or other teams. Look how Hazelwood and Bhuvi performed, and Rabada was totally clueless. What would be your thoughts on Rabada tonight?
What can a bowler do here? I don't agree with that comment at all. He tried his best. Sometimes edges here or there, just go for boundaries. I won't really put the blame on Kagis or Abada or any of the bowlers here. I think it's pretty much firm. Yes, you can have a slightly off day, but it's not like whatever I was. It's not like he bowled badly. It's just that Kohli played really well, and sometimes if you bowl at 145, 150 kilometers per hour, then it can also go against you because the batters use the pace on the ball and hit boundaries, and that is what Virat Kohli did. So I won't really go after Kagisa Rabada here. And yes, the Indian team has been doing really well in limit overs cricket, but that is more because suddenly Indian team has the best, easily the best T20I side going around more than anything else. With that kind of a side, if you don't win T20 World Championship, then when will you win? Because I think India are head and shoulders above others. Maybe there are a couple of teams going around in T20I cricket who can do reasonably well. But it's just that India have so many good players. So that is why I think India are basically winning. It's not like Australia won the T20, did anything in the T20 World Cup without good players. So if you don't have good players, then you won't go and win the tournament. Even the Champions Trophy, what did Australia do
Yeah, yeah.
without their key players? So I won't really use the words like choke and all that for someone like Kagisa Rabada is a champion fast bowler. Has
Absolutely.
1 minute test matches for South
Vaibhav,
Africa. Wonderful.
I'm so sorry to cut you off, but Vaibhav is joining us from Bengaluru and he might have some net issues later on. So, Vaibhav, can you hear me? Vaibhav, can you hear me? Okay, so, yeah. Okay, so these are the visuals from Bengaluru right now. But my question is, were they allowed to assemble on the streets? Um, or are they just doing it out of emotion?
This is a
Looks
question to
like
me or
looks like Vaibhav can't hear because of the noise, obviously. So you can answer it, Bharat. Are they even
no,
allowed to do this?
I am here in about just some minutes
Yeah,
ago. Obviously, I was on the streets at that time. Lot of police personnel were around. I think they are trying to clear the crowds. See, it's not like you can't be 100% strict or you can't go and lucky charge someone. So there would be a little bit of crowds, and I think police personnel will try their best to clear it up. It could take a little bit of time. I think that's what is happening out there. You can't expect suddenly all the people to go back home. So it will take a little bit of time, but it's good to see that RCB fans have still come out to celebrate, and that is nice to see because there were a lot of police personnel even when I came out to the mall. So we expect it should be even more now because the match has got over. So when I'm going back, I'm pretty sure I will see a lot more police personnel.
Bharat, also a lot of comments about Gill not giving the ball to Washington. Your thoughts? He's there in the team. He's not being utilized.
Yeah, but it is more of a fast bowler's pitch. They could have used Washington Sundar for an over or so. They could have used Prasidh Krishna for an over or so more. I know, I understand that he likes to bowl after 12 overs as an enforcer, but they could have used him for a couple more overs because there was bounce on the track. So I think they missed a trick there as well. And the same thing they could have done with Washington Sundar, but I don't think it would have made much of a difference. I don't think 155 was a good enough score on that track. So that is where they lost that match because they didn't get enough runs in the boat.
Oh my God, we can hear the screams. Look at the people on the bike. Of course, makes complete sense for them to enjoy. Well, that brings us to the end of our post show for tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I'm pretty sure the RCB fans will be ending the IPL on a high. So enjoy, celebrate, and of course, have a wonderful, wonderful day ahead. Keep celebrating because it makes complete sense. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining and dropping our comments down below. Thank you so much, Bharat, Sudisha, Vaibhav, Shamikda, all of you for joining. And thank you so much, all of you, for joining as well. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And stay tuned to Rev Sports for more such updates. Yes, IPL is over, but we have other events to also look forward to. So do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And stay tuned to Rev Sports. Thank you so much, and good night. Enjoy.